Today, I'm going to show you how you can duplicate items in Tears of the Kingdom on the Nintendo Switch 2. This is specifically for the version 1.4.1, which as of recording is the newest version of the game. This functions on Switch 2 as well as Switch 1, so if you don't have the Switch 2, you could still do this glitch. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so this glitch is actually very easy. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the older glitches in this game require very precise inputs and annoying things like that, but this one is super simple. So here's the requirements. First, you need a bow. Any bow will work. You just need a bow and you need at least one arrow. You should probably have more than one arrow, I assume, but just to let you know, you just need one arrow. Secondly, you're going to need any kind of shield, preferably with nothing fused to it, just because it makes the process a lot easier. However, if you are going to fuse something to it, I recommend fusing a wing in particular, and I'll explain why later. And thirdly, you're going to need a food item in your materials. I would aim for something that you don't have a lot of, so in my case, I don't have very many of these fire fruits, so we're going to use that, and I'll explain that more a little bit later as well. All right, and now that you hopefully have all those requirements, let's get started on actually performing this glitch. Firstly, the nice part about this glitch is you can be anywhere. There's no specific location you need to be at. You could do it absolutely anywhere. So I am here in Hyrule Field. This should work just fine. So for step one, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna pull out your bow. You only need one arrow, like I said earlier. You want it hooked into the bow just like that. Then you're going to press up on the D-pad and you're going to go to your materials. Now, this is the part where you want to select what it is that you're going to duplicate. You can duplicate anything in the game that is fusible to a bow. So anything that isn't fusible, like a critter or a Zonai device, those sadly cannot be duplicated using this method. But anything else that could be fused should be able to work. Also, you specifically need more than two of the item that you're trying to dupe. It's a bit hard to explain why, so I'm not going to explain it here, but just know that you need more than two of the item that you're duplicating, or else it will not work. So in this case, I'm going to specifically use this sapphire because I have a nice little handful of them. So there we go. And you're going to fuse it to your bow, just like I did just now. Next, you're going to need to use your food item. So open up the pause menu and find something that you have one of. It specifically has to be one. It can't be any more than one of a food item. And it specifically has to be a food item because we are going to be consuming it. A thing I like to do when using this method is I actually find something I have a decent amount of. So for example, these fire fruit, I have 7 of them. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold these and I'm going to drop them until I have one left. And then if I want to reperform this method later, I can just kind of pick from this pile here and keep doing the method. I don't know if I'm explaining any of this well, but hopefully I am. But anyways, hit the pause button and find a food item that you have one of. You're going to click on that food item and you're going to eat it. In my case, I have full hearts, but I'm going to eat it anyways. So there you go. Now, one thing I will also mention is whatever food item you are eating, it does actually matter where it is located in your menu. So for example, the one that I just ate that left this empty slot here was a fire fruit. Now, thankfully, the item that we're duplicating is all the way down here, so the glitch will work. However, if the sapphire was right here or up here, basically one slot to either side of the food item that I ate, then things will go a little weird. So just make sure whatever food item you're eating isn't anywhere near the item that you're duplicating in your menu. Okay, so now that you have this empty slot, you're not going to unpause the game. You're going to head over to your bow and arrows. And right here, you could see Link's holding out the bow with the item that we fused earlier. And you're going to just click A and you're going to remove it. And now you can back out of the pause menu and you're good to go for now. Don't press anything just for safety. You'll know you did it right if you reopen the menu, head over to your materials again, and where your empty slot was located, you will now see one of the item that you're duplicating. And if I scroll down, there's some more sapphires right here. So there should be 2 different slots with the item that you're duplicating in this pause menu. So from here, I was just checking to see if it worked. we're just going to back out of the menu here. And this next part is a little tricky, but it should be pretty easy if you've played this game a fair amount. So I'm hitting ZL, holding up my shield. Then I'm going to press X and A in quick succession. And then I'm going to press plus while I'm in midair. So ready? Here we go. Just like that. It is pretty quick. The inputs are fast, but it's just ZL, X, A plus. That's the order that you need to remember. So now that we're in midair, we're going to grab this item that was in our empty slot. We're going to hold it. We're going to navigate down to the other items that we're duplicating. So I'm going to my other sapphires here, and I'm going to hold as many of them as I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the most the game will allow me to do. Now, this next part is also pretty important, or else the glitch will not function. From here, press the minus button to open your map. If you don't open your map and you just back out of this menu, the glitch won't work. So I'm going to hit minus. We're going to open the map. And then you simply just have to back out of the map. And there you go. We can pick up our sapphires. And as you can see, I now have 10 sapphires. I think we started with 4. I don't remember the exact number. We have more than we started with. So the glitch functioned and we duplicated the items. This is a lot nicer of a glitch than some of the other duplication glitches in like 1.2.1. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this method. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Now, I did drop my fire fruit here earlier. And the reason for that is if I want to perform this method again, I need to have one food item. So what I like to do is I like to drop a bunch of one food item that I have, perform the glitch, and then when I'm done performing the glitch, if I want to do the glitch again, I just grab one of these, I head to my menu, and now I have specifically one fire fruit again, and I can just, boom, perform the glitch again. And then once I eat this one, let's say, boom, let's pretend I do the method. Then I come back here. And there we go. Now I have one again, and I can just perform it again. So this is a nice way to just kind of quickly go through the glitch over and over. And one other thing I want to mention, I think I mentioned it earlier, is that I like to specifically have a wing shield for this method. I think this is specifically nice if you're a little newer to the game and you don't know how to do that quick input of the Z, X, A, and plus, doing the shield jump thing. If you find it a little tricky, I would definitely use this wing shield method. Because when you fuse a wing to your shield in this game and you perform a shield jump, it actually gives you a lot more height than a regular one. So there was a regular shield jump and there was a wing shield jump. It's kind of subtle, but it is quite a bit higher. So you do get more airtime to perform the glitch. So that's why I recommend doing that. So I'll just show it off real quickly. Let me just perform the glitch once again. We're going to go bow, fuse the item, pause. I'm going to eat one food item, come over here, unequip the bow, shield jump. There we go. I had lots of time to perform that pause during the shield jump. I'm going to head over here, grab the sapphire, come down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, open the map, unpause, and I should now have like 14 or 15. 14. There we go. So you can duplicate about 4 items at a time using this method, which is pretty good. It's not bad. But if you are trying to duplicate like bulk of items, this might not be the greatest, but it does still work. It does still work pretty nice. I don't know if they're going to release future patches for this game. I'd expect probably not. So I think this glitch should be here to stay for the future. Also, if you are on an older version of the game, like for example, 1.2.1 or whatever version you're on, I do have some older videos. I'll put them in the top right so you can click them, and I'll put them in the description for those older versions of the game. So if you want to check those out as well, I'd greatly appreciate it. But anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy your duplicating items. Thankfully, Nintendo did not completely patch out all the glitches, so we're still good. Have fun duping, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.